makes them unique. And what was the trigger that made you want to become an artist?
Well, at first I always been passionate by the history of architecture. So I had a chance when I was a child to travel a lot.
To travel?
And though I draw since really I was stopped working, like we were talking about Picasso just previously.
Yes.
So I started drawing quite earlier, and when I discovered architecture through my travels, I found interesting to the fact that you can realize what you create in your mind. So the relation between mind, paper, and matter. So from that point, I started doing architecture. So
You studied as an artist?
I'm an architect at first.
Yeah.
And since like 2 years, I was using like the graphic medium as a laboratory to express different thoughts, different vision of architecture. And I find interesting to the relation between architecture of nature and architecture of humankind. I realized there is through history different way of acting on the environment. So I start like representing like visionary cities, like melancholic cities, according to that technique that I call treatise. So
Is that?
Yeah, that's the treatise. It's a technique from Paul Claudel Cochard from the 1950s. Réunionnais guy discovered that principle. So I reinterpretate the technique, combining like architectural codes for representation.
Yeah.
So the principle is line can symbolize life, time, space. So I can create a vision of the world through that element. So I show you a piece. So mainly
that's amazing, isn't it?
the main principle is we start from an abstract level because it's only a sequence of lines that I combine, I read, I densify. So you have an homogeneous language and a dynamic organism because city.
So is that a city?
It's a city. It's representing a city in the ovoid, like the eggs. This artwork, it's called like fragments. So it's to symbolize the fragility of our life. So you have the suspended eggs ready to fall. So you have the movement.
What? So that's like humanity is going to fall down.
Could fall down, and the key of our humanity is engraved inside the egg. So if we don't have the key and we don't take care of this, we will fall down and the life will disappear. So it's a way to make the interrelation between what we build and what we have to do care as the environment, what is surrounding us. Because nature, we start from nature, and so we inspired by nature. So we have to work with it and to take care about it.
Okay. So with the cities that you draw, because you said you draw melancholy cities, do you also draw in your work sort of like happy cities? You know, cities where things are going to go plus, because in the world there's sort of plus and minus. There's some cultures that have got a really, not through their own fault, you know, having a horrible time, and there's others that in the same time are progressing in a very positive way to humanity.
Exactly. So the idea is you can show through architecture a consensus between the different civilizations. There is this book about Huntington, which is the Clash of Civilization. We explain that nowadays most of the conflicts are due to the culture of ignorance. We don't.
The culture of
ignorance.
Ignorance.
And we can see through civilization we have similarities. Like we build like cities in a utopian way always, according to different beliefs. But the main goal was to gather people and to make a social cohesion, and because architecture is a vector of unification. So I represent also juxtaposition of different periods from ancient to nowadays, to show that we could have diversity, but in the likeness, tempered with similarity,
Okay.
and that
I mean-
different architecture could have a cohesive way to work with.
Okay. Well, I mean, a very interesting thing came into my head. It may not be interesting for other people, but it just came into my head. Is that when you see the gun is very clear outside of the, it's been artwork there, it is. So it's very, very clear what that stands for and what you're standing for. But but say somebody picked up your work, you know, they like the work and they're going to purchase it. They may not know that they're buying a melancholy. They may not know it's falling down, or so there's it. That's a very deep meaning to your work. So do people know what they're buying?
I try
The
to
backstory, or is it?
every artwork has a sentence, a poem according
Yes.
to it. So I try to put literally what I
What is a sentence? We don't
for
know.
the fragments. It's what
No, it's not a trick question. I mean, just.
no by heart,
No.
but it was like from to rise Arcadia. So from all the visionary time we had from the Athénée until Acropolis.
Yeah.
We will rise from the ground to recreate Arcadia. So the idea that the civilization will find a way to recreate an utopian city, combining the different cultures we had
Okay. I mean, what?
sometimes. I think I try to make also the artwork accessible in a way that you suggest architecture, but you
Yes.
see there is a process acting between life and urbanism.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'd like to ask both of you in the time that we've got. I mean, it's very, very interesting and very powerful hearing what both of you said. So, how do you feel about each other? Not work, where it comes from.
I like also the political engagement you have. So I have a friend which is an architect, he's Israeli, and I work with and he explained me also the context and the historical. That's why also you feel and you have this in your blood and you express what you have like as the historical and political daily life in your artwork. So I understand perfectly why the game,
Yeah.
the power of the woman and the position of the woman in your country.
Yeah, and he also work with about small details, all his work, and I adore it.
And thank you the same for it.
Yeah, I adore it.
Well, maybe both of you should. I assume that you don't know each other.
No.
Well, both of you should keep in contact, and maybe there is some form of a collaboration that would come up. Because it seems that your artworks are different, but where you're coming from, I'm a bit flippant at times, but that's just me. But I do take it in. It percolates down to the soul. So I just think you
I
both
would love to.
Yeah.
you both got Vanya. So what you said is that the two artists are going to keep in contact, but their work comes from a particular area, and see if they keep in contact and if they want to sort of have a by themselves have a collaboration, because it's so powerful what they're saying, but it's slightly they're coming from different views and different areas. I mean, it's just it's brilliant.
Yeah, it could be interesting to exchange knowledge and engagement through our arts to see what kind of consensus we could create, and also using the different techniques
Yeah.
from graphic to matter.
Yeah. But you know what's also there outside of your artistic talents? I feel that you're very nice people.
Thank you.
No, I do.
We
I
try to
I think you're very
daily.
and what you're coming out with. I think that both of you are very, very nice people, and you've got deep feelings. But as people, you both come over as very genuine, nice people that have got a view of the world and have got sort of more. It's not a blinkered view in the areas that you're in, and it's very lovely that how it worked. That I'm in the middle of two very very nice people.
For me, it's apart from to be an artist, it's to be kind to the other people, because this is the people that will see my work, and I want that they will understand all the message that's inside, and if not, so I will be kind and smile to them. So.
And it's a chance that we can create interaction, send a message to the people when we show our artwork. So it's a responsibility not to make only something graphic or it looks like aesthetic, but it has to give a message and propose a different way of looking at our environment, way of dealing with humankind, men and women in the society. For example, for her also in the position.
Okay, so because we've come to the end of it, I'm going to ask sort of like a light-hearted one question, and that is that there was an English artist called Andy Brown who made a picture of the Queen, and it was made in 1,000 pieces. And so was it tea bags, spiders, or pens?
It was tea bags.
Spiders?
Yeah, was it tea bags, spiders, or pens?
Because of the
A
Queen.
picture of the Queen.
Because of the Queen, might be
This
tea
is tea
bags.
bag, maybe, yeah.
Well, you're right, and because both of you are right and you're very nice people, you will get a prize.
Yeah.
A tea bag.
No, it's not a tea bag, but you do get a prize. And you, and
It's
you
chocolate.
can,
I will.
and you
love to
can,
have
and you can
chocolate.
go and have a cup of tea.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been really, really interesting and fascinating.
Thank you very much.
And I'll come and find you.
I hope
Both
so.
of you. I'll come and find you.
Another question, maybe?
No.
There is another gift.
Really?
Well, I think the thing is we have had past our allocated, we have passed the half hour, and we need to get the other two people in and give them back their room.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Yes, but we did have more than a half hour, just the time went by so quickly. Yes. Two.
I know that you know everything about me already,
I do. I feel.
but still have a card.
I do know. I do. Know
You know a
everything.
lot about me.
I do. Yes.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. But there's always more.
There's always
There
more
is
to know.
always more that you can find out.
Come visit my room and we will drink
Okay.
nice wine that I have.
All
I
right.
have a nice wine.
Selection
Okay.
moment.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I
Marek,
cannot
you
compete.
also
Want some more?
No, Marek, you also
I cannot compete.
No, come
I
visit
think
my
you
room.
Stick it on Facebook and let our husbands see
Well,
it.
you're both for each
We
other.
are inviting also in the room 143. It's a bit a sanctuary, so it's
Yes.
different atmosphere.
I'll just come
There is
from
no
there.
wine, but it's
Yes.
Thank you very much, my ladies.